Hi, this is Travis with Waconda Boats. We're in Glen Elder, Kansas and here in Republican City, Nebraska. And we're excited. We're going to show you the first 2015 2075 Tyee of the year. This just unloaded this one. As you probably know, this is a model that actually came out last year. And as expected, it was a really big hit. And we're going to show you the changes they made for 2015. This one actually did sell, so it's a fully rigged boat, and this is something that we've been wanting to do a video on to show the viewers kind of what a rigged boat looks like and how we do the majority of what you know, the popular demand is when it comes to the accessories and electronics and things. So again, this is the 2015. We'll start out here on the outside. Again, like all our Pro Vs, Tyees, and crossovers, we do the custom trailer option. So what the custom trailer option gives you, this is the whole trailer frame is all rhino lined. It comes standard with the aluminum mag wheels. Now those wheels are also clear coated, so they're not going to gravel pit either. So the whole boat's pretty well bulletproof if you're on gravel roads as far as the trailer goes. The custom trailer option also gives you the spare tire. Got a swing away tongue. The trailer's got disc brakes. And then if we swing back here to the back, you'll see it's got retractable tie downs as well with the LED lights. Okay. Also now for 2015, we found last year the most popular engine for this model was the 250 Pro 4-stroke Verado, and this is going to be the engine that we stock all of our 2075s on this year. We also, when we stock them, we order them kicker pre-rigged because the majority of the buyers do want the kicker, as this buyer did. So you can see the kicker's always going to go on here on the port side. And we get inside, I'll show you kind of the features of the interior there. Not a lot of changes to the outside this year from last year. It still has the metallic silver, which I'm not sure if the video is going to show you, but it's got metallics within the silver. It really sparkles and looks really good. Standard with all your Tyees, you've got a recessed boarding ladder here in the back that telescopes. It's a really high quality 3-step ladder. And the nice thing about this mainly is it's recessed inside the splash well, so you don't have a platform sticking out, and that's really handy for when you're going to do your towables, like your tubes and things. You can use those tow harnesses here and swing your tubes. You don't have to worry about, you know, the tow harness getting hung up into the ladder. You can see also, because this is rigged, we got our transducer mounted here on the transom. We really like to use these transducer boards here when we do this. What this does, this allows you to basically, if you're going to mix and match depth finders, if you have a depth finder that goes bad, you want to replace it, this alleviates you from having to drill a bunch of holes in the transom. You know, instead of drilling them in the transom, they go in this board, so you can mix and match as you wish. So that pretty much covers the outside. Oh, again, these Verados are going to come standard with a stainless steel prop now this year as well. We do a 21 pitch inertia prop this year, and it does really well. You know, with the boat, we tested that out last year. So let's hop on the inside and we'll show you the interior features. Okay, the first thing you can notice is how deep this model is. This is, other than the Baron, this is the deepest model they have. You can see how I'm standing here and we're well above thigh high here. So it's a big water boat. You can take it in basically any size water you want to go on. Synonymous to all the Tyees, you got these flip jump seats here in the back, and this is very good to add to your seating capacity when you need it. And then of course you can flip it down when you're not using it and use it as your casting deck. Also, just like last year, we got a huge live well here in the stern. You know, lighted and timed. Again, that's the same as last year as far as the live well goes. Both of these flip seats have storage underneath them. This storage is filled with your crank battery and then your power steering. Now that's another thing with the 250 Verado. All the 250s on up, actually all the 225s on up, have the power steering pump. So you get the advantage of being able to steer this thing very, very easily, whether you're using the kicker or the main engine. That's all part of the pre-rig. That power steering pump runs with each individual motor. So that's a handy feature. Now another feature with the 2075, you can see the bimini top, that's in its hider position now, so it's out of the way when you're not using it. I really like this top that they use on the 2075 because it's convertible. When we pitch this top up, it sets up about 6 foot, and you can leave the whole thing open. It's got a secondary canvas that zips on and snaps in the front, so if you want to enclose it, you can, or if you want it open, like a day like today when it's so hot, it's better to have air circulation. You can leave that front flap open and it's a lot more comfortable during the warm season. Okay, now you can see this customer did several rod holders on these Sport Track sliders, and these are very handy. We've been over this before. This alleviates from drilling holes in the boat. You can see that the side mounts for the rod holders actually go into the slider, so there's no holes in the boat, and then they're not stationed. You can move them. In other words, if you want to slide, if you don't like where it is, you slide it out. You know, move it front to back, slide it in, and then you can see the rod holder just goes in like so, all the way around the sides there. So that's another handy feature. All these compartments are lockable. You've got storage here on the side that will accept rods. And then if we move over here to the port side, this is also lockable. And you've actually got tubes in here for rods if you're going to put rods in there. Now that being said, the center rod storage is where you're going to have most of the rods stored. This is also lockable. So you've got 2 rows that'll accept 10 rods, and there's also an LED light in there to light it up. This is that canvas that we order as a package with this boat. So this here would be your travel cover, and you can see that clear plastic canvas there. That is the front cover of the bimini. If it's that way, if it's cold, you're going to want that on. If it's hot, you want to leave it off so you've got air circulation. Now another change we made, and again this was due to popular demand, we're finding most of the customers are requesting do the vinyl floor in the cockpit with the snap end carpet. So this has got snap out carpet, so you can, you know, it's just more versatile this way. If you got kids that are skiing and tubing, or if you're going to be on bare feet, you want to have that carpet in here. But if you're going to do serious fishing, if you go salmon fishing, or you know, if you're going to slime it up, you can just pull the carpet out. Makes it a lot easier to keep clean, and it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. So that's what that's how we're going to stock it this year. Also, if you look up here on the console, the front console here, you kind of see what's all going on. This is your main key switch here. You got full instrumentation, kicker motor key switches right here. All your switches are ran off this master power switch. That way you know when you turn this off, everything's off, so you don't have to worry about you know, running a battery down. We've got the Infinity stereo this year, which has been a really good stereo, and I'm glad they stayed with that. This customer opted for the HDS7 Lowrance, which is a popular graph, and we're eventually going to add the structure scan to this, but you can kind of see how it's laid out when it's rigged. We usually do a ram mount. When you got at least a 7-inch screen or bigger, it's better to have a ram mount. So you can see the dash looks good as it did last year. The stereo accepts MP3 player, and then you've got a USB port here as well, which will, you know, you can charge any electronic device you have, whether it's your cell phone or laptop or GPS. Also to the back, you can see there's a very good sized glove box here on the port side. Put a lot of stuff in there, cup holder. They've got a lot of other nice features in regards to your Sport Track system, where you can mount tackle boxes besides rod holders, cup holders, tool holders, things like that. And you'll see that on our website as well. Now again here, because this boat is so deep, they needed to make a recessed step to get up to the bow. So you got a step here, and rather than wasting the space, it's got a small compartment here. This is a good compartment to put those Plano tackle trays in, is what most guys are using it for. So this is kind of your step up to the bow. And you can see it still has the bow conversion. So you got a cooler in here that's removable. So if you want to add to your seating capacity, this cooler comes out. This mounts flush to the floor, like so, just like that. So now you've got leg room. There's also a bow cushion option. You can get bow cushions up here to make it more comfortable for the bow riders. And then again, if you're going to be fishing, you're going to want all this back up. You just lift this up. Cooler goes inside, and then you extend your casting deck back out the way it was. This customer also opted for the 36-volt iPilot, which I do recommend for this size boat. It does add to your run time on your trolling motor. This boat's big enough, I think it justifies a 36-volt trolling motor. And that's what we did. So you can see the trolling batteries are here on the bow, which is also a good design because this puts the weight in the bow where it needs to be, whereas back in the day they used to be in the center. This is a huge dry storage compartment here on the port side, and this is a place where we mount the onboard battery charger. This is a 3-bank he went with, 3-bank Minn Kota. So you can plug this in, and then you're automatically going to charge all 3 trolling motor batteries. And then also with the Tyee, we've got they used to have this whole thing was live well, and they did a survey and found most guys wanted more dry storage. So we've got dry storage about 2/3 of the bow, and then there's a small live well here in the bow. So you don't lose your live well in the bow, but also you still have some more dry storage. This cargo netting is standard feature on the 2075s. You can see we've got a LED light, and this is also lockable here. Extra storage for your foot control and whatever else you want to stuff in there. And then this is usually when a guy wants a depth finder mounted on the bow. This is kind of how we do it. We put a ram mount up here, and this makes it really handy because it's still setting up here high, so you've got good visual view when you're fishing from your fish seat. But the other reason we do this, this has a travel cover. All you got to do is just loosen this up, lay it down, that cover snaps on right here, so you don't even have to take this off to get the travel cover back on. So it's pretty handy that way. So I think that pretty much covers the 2075 Tyee for 2015. We're going to have a bunch of these in stock. We're trying to stock all the popular colors. Again, this one's the Arctic White and Silver. And if you have questions, you can contact us, email or phone number. Our website will have all that information on it. We'll have a lot more videos and pictures on the website, which is wacondaboats.com. And this is Travis Scott with Waconda Boats. Thanks a lot.